Do you know that just 6 financial accounts can help you escape financial struggles and achieve financial freedom? Without a clear plan, your money can disappear faster than you think. Today, I'm going to share 6 accounts that anyone who wants to build wealth must have. You don't need to open all of them at once, but if you want to take control of your finances instead of letting them control you, these accounts are a must. I'll guide you in order of priority so you'll know exactly where to start and how to build a solid financial foundation step by step. The first account that everyone needs to achieve financial freedom is an emergency savings account. This is your financial safety net to handle unexpected situations like job loss, medical bills, or major repairs. No matter how high your income is or how great you are at investing, without an emergency fund, a single unexpected event could throw you into financial turmoil. Imagine this: you have a stable job, good income, and everything seems to be going well. Then, one day, you receive an email from your company with the subject line, "Urgent meeting, workforce restructuring." You walk into the meeting room and in just 15 minutes, the job you've dedicated years to is gone. How long could you stay afloat without a paycheck? During the 2007 to 2008 financial crisis, millions of people lost their jobs without a backup plan. A friend of mine, Michael, was a software engineer at Lehman Brothers, one of the largest investment banks in the US at the time. When Lehman collapsed in September 2008, he lost his job instantly. Michael had 2 young kids and a mortgage to pay every month. Without a large enough emergency fund, he quickly fell into debt, relying on high-interest credit cards to cover basic expenses. After 6 months of unemployment, he could no longer keep up with his payments and was forced to sell his family home. On the other hand, another acquaintance, Lisa, also lost her job during that time, but thanks to her emergency fund, which covered 8 months of expenses, she didn't feel pressured to take just any job for the sake of earning money. Instead, she used the time to upskill and eventually landed a better job than the one she had before. Lisa's story is a clear example of the power of an emergency fund. It not only helps you survive a crisis, but also gives you the flexibility to make better decisions. An emergency fund is not meant for investing. It needs to be readily available when you need it. The best way to store it is in a high-yield savings account at an online bank. Traditional banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, or Bank of America typically offer extremely low interest rates, often below 0.1%. Meanwhile, online banks like Capital One 360, Ali Bank, or Marcus by Goldman Sachs offer higher interest rates due to their lower operating costs. Personally, I keep my emergency fund with Capital One 360, where I can create multiple sub-accounts and label them individually, making financial management much easier. Some other banks, like Quantic Bank, offer rates as high as 0.65%, but overall, the differences between online banks are minimal since they're influenced by Federal Reserve policies. If you don't have an emergency fund yet, start by saving at least $1,000 to cover small, urgent expenses. Ideally, you should have 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. If you have an unstable income or work as a freelancer, you may need up to 12 months' worth of savings. To build this fund efficiently, set up automatic transfers every month so it grows without requiring much effort. You won't need to use your emergency fund often, but when you do, it will be your financial lifeline. If you don't have one yet, start today. Financial freedom doesn't come from risky investments or massive income. It starts with the basics, like having a strong emergency fund. The second account is a workplace-sponsored retirement account. If you work for a company, this is typically a 401k in the US, an RRSP in Canada, or a superannuation in Australia. If you're self-employed, popular options include a SEP IRA or a solo 401k. The reason this account is so important is that it helps you reduce your taxes immediately. Any money you contribute to a retirement account lowers your taxable income. For example, If you earn $100,000 per year but contribute $20,000 to your 401k, you only pay taxes on $80,000 instead of the full $100,000. The same principle applies if you're self-employed and contributing to a solo 401k or SEP IRA. Let's look at a real-life example. John, a software engineer, initially ignored his company's 401k plan because he thought he needed more cash to invest elsewhere. But after speaking with a financial advisor, he decided to max out his 401k contributions at $23,000 per year. After 10 years, his account grew to over $350,000 thanks to pre-tax contributions and compound interest. At the same time, he saved tens of thousands of dollars in taxes. Having a retirement account doesn't just lower your taxes, it also ensures you have a stable financial future in retirement. If you plan to retire early, you'll need a smart withdrawal strategy to avoid tax penalties. So if your company offers a 401k with an employer match, take advantage of it immediately. This is one of the easiest ways to get free money, yet many people overlook it. Account number 3, Roth IRA. If you want to maximize your long-term wealth without worrying about taxes, a Roth IRA is a must-have account. This individual retirement account, IRA, offers one of the most powerful tax advantages. Your investment gains are completely tax-free forever. Imagine this. You invest $1,000 in a Roth IRA, and over the years, it grows to $1 million. In a regular taxable brokerage account, you'd owe a 20% capital gains tax, meaning you'd lose $200,000 to taxes. But with a Roth IRA, the entire $1 million is yours. You pay zero tax on it. Take Sarah, a high school teacher, as an example. She started contributing $6,000 per year to her Roth IRA at age 25. Thanks to an average annual return of 8%, her account grew to over $750,000 by the time she retired. Best of all, she can withdraw the full amount tax-free. Meanwhile, her colleague Mike invested the same amount in a taxable account. When he retired, he owed over $150,000 in taxes, significantly reducing his real wealth. Because a Roth IRA is so beneficial, the US government limits how much you can contribute each year. Currently, the limit is $6,500 per year, or $7,500 if you're 50 or older. If you can afford it, max out your Roth IRA contributions every year to fully optimize your tax savings. Another great feature of the Roth IRA is its flexibility. You can withdraw your original contributions anytime, tax-free and penalty-free, as long as you don't touch the investment gains. This makes the Roth IRA an attractive option for those planning for early retirement or needing a flexible financial cushion. Personally, I have my Roth IRA with Fidelity, but you can also consider Vanguard or Charles Schwab. Each platform has its strengths, and if you need help choosing the best one, check out my full guide for detailed comparisons. Account number 4, Health Savings Account, HSA. While it ranks 4th on this list, the Health Savings Account, HSA, is a favorite among financial experts. The reason is simple. It's the only investment account with a triple tax advantage, meaning you don't pay taxes when you contribute, when your money grows, or when you withdraw, if used for qualified medical expenses. Many people hear HSA and think it's just a regular savings account for medical expenses. But in reality, HSA is a true investment account where you can invest in stocks, bonds, and index funds, just like an IRA or 401k. The key difference? If used correctly, your HSA money is completely tax-free. Let's look at Ben, a 35-year-old software engineer. He started maxing out his HSA at $6,000 per year at age 25 and never touched the funds, instead investing in an S&P 500 index fund. After 10 years, his account had grown to over $120,000 thanks to compound interest and stock market growth. By age 55, his HSA balance could exceed $500,000, completely tax-free if used for medical expenses. Many think HSAs are only useful for older adults or those with medical issues, but everyone can benefit from this account. Think about all the medical expenses you might have over your lifetime: routine checkups, dental care, contact lenses, LASIK surgery, physical therapy, even alternative treatments like acupuncture or chiropractic care. All of these can be paid with HSA funds. However, not everyone qualifies for an HSA. To open one, you must be enrolled in a high-deductible health plan, HDHP. Check with your insurance provider or HR department at work to see if you're eligible. If you're not eligible yet, consider switching to an HDHP next year to take advantage of the HSA's tax benefits. With healthcare costs rising every year, having a dedicated fund for medical expenses is a smart move for anyone. If you don't have an HSA yet, look into it today. If you already have one, maximize your annual contributions to unlock its full tax benefits and protect your financial future. Account number 5. Saving for big purchases. This account is designed to help you prepare financially for major expenses such as buying a house, purchasing a car, taking an extended vacation, or planning a wedding. It allows you to achieve significant financial goals without compromising long-term stability. The reason this account ranks 5th on the list is that many people rush into big purchases without a solid financial foundation. Buying a beautiful home or a luxury car may bring an instant sense of success, but if it leads to debt or neglected long-term investments, the consequences can be severe. Jessica, a 30-year-old marketing professional, purchased a $400,000 condo without an emergency fund or sufficient retirement savings. When her company downsized, she lost her job and had no savings to cover her living expenses, while her mortgage payments remained due each month. As a result, she was forced to sell her condo at a $50,000 loss because the real estate market had declined. Had Jessica waited 1 or 2 more years, saved enough, and built a stronger financial foundation, she could have avoided this setback. We live in a consumer-driven society where owning material possessions is often seen as a measure of success. You might not receive praise for having a large retirement account, but a luxury car or a high-end apartment will certainly earn you social media admiration. However, Instagram likes won't help you pay your mortgage or medical bills when you're older. Having a separate savings account for major expenses allows you to plan ahead rather than making impulsive purchases. Instead of relying on debt, you can save gradually and enjoy your purchases without financial stress. Opening a high-yield savings account, HYSA, is a great way to maximize your savings. Many online banks allow you to create multiple sub-accounts to categorize your savings goals. For instance, with Capital One 360, you can set up accounts such as buying a house in 2 years, saving for a down payment, Europe trip 2026, planning ahead for a well-funded adventure, new car fund, avoiding high-interest auto loans, YOLO fund, a guilt-free account for spontaneous splurges. Naming your accounts makes saving more intentional and motivating. You can also set up automatic transfers each month. For example, transferring $500 to your home fund and $200 to your vacation fund. This ensures disciplined savings without requiring constant effort. If your goal is longer than 5 years, you might consider investing rather than keeping all the money in a savings account. However, for short-term goals, 1 to 3 years, keeping cash is a safer option to avoid market volatility. Always assess your risk tolerance and time horizon before deciding whether to save or invest. The final account to consider is the Taxable Brokerage account, which allows you to invest freely in stocks, bonds, ETFs, and other financial assets without the strict regulations that come with retirement accounts. Unlike an IRA or HSA, this account does not provide tax advantages, meaning you will have to pay taxes on any investment gains. However, its greatest strength lies in its flexibility. You can contribute as much as you want without any annual limits, and you have the freedom to withdraw your money at any time without facing penalties. This makes it an essential tool for those who aspire to achieve financial independence before the traditional retirement age. One of the biggest benefits of a taxable brokerage account is that it does not have any contribution limits. If you have already maxed out tax-advantaged accounts such as an IRA or 401k, this account provides an excellent opportunity to continue growing your investments without restrictions. Additionally, the ability to withdraw funds at any time makes it an ideal option for those who want access to their money before retirement. Unlike a 401k or IRA, which are typically limited to US residents, a taxable brokerage account is available to individuals worldwide. This means that even if you live outside the United States, you can still invest in the US stock market through platforms such as TD Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers, or Fidelity. Many people make the mistake of focusing too much on saving and not enough on investing. Simply keeping money in a low-interest savings account means that inflation will gradually erode its value over time. Investing in a taxable brokerage account allows you to take advantage of compound interest, helping you build wealth in a sustainable way. If you are new to investing, one of the best ways to start is by purchasing low-cost ETFs, such as the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, VTI, which provides exposure to the entire US stock market, or the S&P 500 ETF, VOO, which tracks the performance of the 500 largest companies in the country. These ETFs offer diversification and help reduce risk while maximizing long-term returns. For those who prefer to build a customized portfolio, combining high-growth stocks like Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla with dividend-paying stocks such as Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, and Procter & Gamble can be a great strategy. This approach balances capital appreciation with passive income generation. To further optimize returns, investors can also utilize tax loss harvesting, a strategy that involves selling underperforming investments to offset taxable gains, ultimately reducing their annual tax burden. To simplify the investment process, automating everything is a smart approach. Setting up automatic transfers from your paycheck to your brokerage account ensures that you consistently invest without having to think about it. By regularly allocating funds to ETFs or individual stocks, you eliminate emotional decision-making and maintain disciplined investment habits. Over time, this consistency pays off significantly. Imagine logging into your brokerage account after 5 or 10 years of disciplined investing and seeing your portfolio double or even triple in value. This is the power of starting early, investing consistently, and allowing compound interest to do its work. A taxable brokerage account is not a mandatory financial tool, but it plays a crucial role for those who want to achieve financial freedom ahead of the traditional retirement timeline. While you may not need all 6 types of financial accounts immediately, starting with the basics and gradually building a strong financial foundation will set you up for long-term success. By maintaining financial discipline and making smart investment choices, you will eventually look back and appreciate the decision to take control of your financial future early on. Building financial freedom is not an overnight achievement, but a journey that requires planning, perseverance, and discipline. The 6 financial accounts we've discussed not only help you protect your wealth, optimize taxes, and invest wisely, but also provide flexibility and financial control at every stage of life. Remember, financial freedom is not about having an enormous amount of money. It's about having choices. The choice to work on your own terms, to retire whenever you want, and to live a life free from financial stress. You don't need to have everything in place right away. Start with the first account and gradually build from there. With patience and the right strategy, financial success is only a matter of time. One day you'll look back and thank yourself for taking action today. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. See you in the next one.